Amazon, I did eBay, I did Shopify, I had brick and mortar businesses.
Just like in so many videos this week, throughout other times, there's a time to really push, there's a time to play it safe, right? And that's the bottom line. But even in those times to push, obviously, as I've talked about in so many videos, and most of the people that are even successful in momentum trading, they're not pushing for the home run every time, right? But even more further than that, they know when to let off the gas. So today, I promise to you, I knew coming in, first of all, I'm not gonna be so eager and so ready to push. I know there can be opportunities. Any day that the markets are open, there can be opportunity, right? But at the same time, I know that if at the end of the day, the big money, some of the firms, they're probably working half days, close the day, slow, just like the end of a Friday. So why am I gonna push and try to push money out so hard when all these big banks, all the big money is kind of falling back, right? So I never want to be against the tide of the ocean. I'm trying to ride my surfboard and on that wave, right? So, either way, I saw something after, the market opened up, and I saw something good, but I won the trade, but still, I didn't care win, lose, or draw because I wasn't going to make a big move, right? It wasn't going to change my life. The thing that I had in my mind was be safe, take what you can, right? Because when you stay safe and okay, and obviously this is a little more advanced, but when you have your orders and your position size and okay, there's no way I can lose more than 1,000. Okay, there's no way I can lose more than 100. Whatever your thing is, and that, your confidence is just through the roof. Because again, you're either gonna lose that X amount, you're gonna make money, that's it, right? You're not gonna be up 1,000, then all of a sudden down 3,000, then back to even. You're not gonna do that or play that game because you already decided and the numbers aren't gonna let you if you're gonna stick to your plan, right? Which is big and can be a whole series about sticking to your plan, right? But again, that's a little more advanced. But just in straight numbers, if you say, okay, I have a small account, I'm only willing to lose 10 bucks, I'm practicing my whatever. Well, if you stick to the script, you'll only lose 10 bucks or you'll make what you make. But why that's important today is I've always said, throughout the years, I've thought about making a rule where on holidays I use half size, or on holidays I don't trade at all, right? And I've delved back and forth, but with the market closing today at 1, and it's probably after hours, I'm assuming it's gonna close at 4 or 5. Why would I play it and possibly be down? Right now it's, 12, huh? The clock is ticking. So if I'm playing in a basketball game and I know, basketball games can go to 100 to whatever, but if I'm up 20-0 and I know there's no way this other team can come back, I'm gonna just hold the ball. I'm not even gonna give them a chance to come back, right? So in this term, in the numbers term, I'm not even gonna give the market a chance to take my money, right? I'm not even gonna give myself a chance to lose $1, right? And I know that's probably mind-blowing, and some people that are beginning can't really fathom that, right? But that was mind-blowing to me when I figured out you can do that, right? When I figured out you can't do this on every software, on every platform, but you can set orders and make sure you don't lose X amount. I don't care if you have 1 million or 1,000. If you do it right, you can say, oh, I'm only losing 10 bucks. If you have 10 million, you can do that, right? You have to know what you're doing, right? But I'm kind of going off on 2 different tangents because one applies to every day. This specific thing applies to today. The market's short. So why would I possibly get myself in a hole, right? So, like I said, I saw some stuff set up really good. I slapped it and I got up out of there. And I was going to do that whether I made the maximum or the minimum. I knew, and that's what I was going to do. Now, going into 2026, a lot of these sectors have kind of shriveled up. Some of the crypto sectors, a lot of these stocks holding crypto on their balance sheet, they're dropping. They're not as strong as they were earlier in the year. Even these AI stocks, right? Somebody had asked me on TikTok, oh, well, what's the next sector? What's the next this? And they were talking about AI. I mean, yeah, AI can go on for years. We're going to have different projects, different products, whatever. But at the same time, in the market, the stock market is always future-based, right? So as all these AI stocks were going, these were companies that have already been cooking for a while, right? They didn't just pop up yesterday and now they're worth millions and make you millions in the market. No, these were plays that were already cooking, right? When SpaceX comes out and Tesla and all these things that are connected to that, people are already planning to trade these things right now, right? So you have to understand that to kind of understand the market, or you can just be late, right? So there's going to be people next year talking about AI and this and that, when people who follow me, people who follow whoever, right, that know what they're doing and that are involved, they will tell you, oh, we've been trading AI stocks for years now, right? Or we've been using AI to analyze stocks for years, right? So that's important. I dropped a video yesterday of a play I took that was wonderful, like literally doubled the profit over the morning. I had my orders set though. Kind of like I was saying earlier in this video, had some swing trade momentum. I had a swing trade on that I had on for a few days. I set the order and I left the house, to be honest. Made what it made and I was gone, right? Same with day trading early in the morning. I had the same plan more or less that I had today. Take it easy, right? And to sum it all up, I can sum this video up, just take it easy, take it slow, take what you get and go, right? You overstay your welcome on days like this, it's bound for bad, right? And I've said this in at least 10 videos, but the reason I push it home is because when I first heard these things trading, I took them with a grain of salt. But some of these rules you can't take with a grain of salt. You got to take with a mountain of sand, right? Because they're make or break rules, right? They will make you rich or make you done, right? It's simple as that. There's somebody out there right now who's down 10,000 fighting himself on how he can make it back, right? Today. That's what's in his mind, right? That's what's been in my mind at times. Or you can have it on the flip side where maybe you make 100 or 50 or 5,000, I don't know, whatever, number close to your parameter. You make that amount of money and you go. Or you make half of it and you go. You take it easy, right? So there's two different scenarios. Which one do you want to be in? Which one do you want to be in going to Christmas and going to the holiday? Even after Christmas, I guess the market will be open that Friday, maybe shorter, maybe the whole day, whatever it is. But then we know, okay, well, next week going into New Year's, the markets are going to be short, right? We know there's going to be these little sporadic holidays. We'll see big moves. We'll see stocks run in between, but I don't want to be guessing. I never want to be guessing. I never want to be anticipating. I want to be reacting, right? I want to see something set up and attack it with confidence, a plan, take the money and go. Not just like, oh, maybe if they close this day, this is going to go. Or, oh, this person's pumping this on Twitter. Nah, especially not now, right? So that's pretty much all. I'll try to put some screenshots in between on this video of what I played today and yesterday. Well, yesterday's video is up and you can just watch it. It's literally, I'm not showing my entry, but pretty much my exit, right? So you can get that. And if you watch even close enough, you can see my entry. I didn't hide it. I don't really care, but that's going to be behind a paywall soon. So look out for the Patreon. I believe it's Eric Washington Stocks 1 or... yeah, I think it's Eric Washington Stocks 1 at Patreon. That's where I'm going to be putting a lot of full-length videos of me actually breaking down the stock in the chart, orders, entries, and then eventually, as I've said before, just live. I'll just go live but I'm trying to keep that to a certain number of people, a certain community. So that's why I'm kind of taking my time with it. But look for those videos on Patreon soon. I'm gonna drop another YouTube video full length on SMX. Stock went from like, I don't know, $5 to like 80 or something stupid, right? Probably the biggest move we've seen all year. I played it at the best place I could play it. That was like 2 weeks ago or last week, so I have to edit that, put it together, but look out for that. And that's it. Stay safe. Let's make money.